Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Got in another weapon light to take a look at. This one's coming from EZshoot, and it's actually a flashlight and laser combo. This one is made for rifles or shotguns, so stick around if it's something you think you'd be interested in learning about. We'll do a quick unboxing, go over all the features and specifications. We'll go over like the user interface of it, give you guys some beam shots, and then give some thoughts on it. So other than this right here, there's really nothing else on the box. Let's see how everything is packaged. So big piece of foam up there. Looks like we got a manual here. Looks like we have type A to type C charging cable. So we're gonna have some tools in here, and it looks like some M-lock mounting hardware. A remote pressure switch that is magnetic. That's very nice. We'll go over that in a bit. And then the light itself, and it has a Picatinny mount on it. Quickly show you guys the manual, just in case there are any things that I leave out, or in case you decide to purchase this light and lose your manual at some point in the future. You can always come back here for reference. So here is this flashlight laser combo. Unfortunately, it doesn't have an actual like model name, so I can't really call it anything. Give you guys some close-ups of everything though. Looks like we do have a crenulated bezel. You can see the little laser down in there. Fairly deep reflector. Looks like it does have some type of AR coating on there, the anti-reflective. Got a charging port right there. Let's see how easy that is to take off and put back on. Very easy. Looks like we're gonna have a rotating switch here, so we can go between flashlight laser combo, or just laser by itself. We're gonna have like our wind and elevation adjustments right here. The Picatinny mount, that does look like it has some screws that probably take the mount to the flashlight itself, so that could be removed. I don't know what batteries they're using, and it doesn't look like they are removable, whatever's in it. I can't twist anything off here. I can say that this is some type of aluminum. It doesn't say exactly what kind. It's probably 6061, and it does have like a type 3 like hard anodization, which is supposed to prevent scratches and scuffs and stuff like that. It's drop tested to 1.5 meters, and it just says it's water resistant, but it doesn't give a rating. We're looking at an overall length of 5.81 inches. Kind of go up here by the head. A diameter of just over 1 inch. And you're looking at a weight of 6.6 ounces. If you do run the remote switch, your total setup is going to be right at 8 ounces. So I don't know exactly what LED they're using in this, but they claim that this has 2500 lumens, and it will have a max throw or beam distance of 300 meters. And that laser is a class 3A, and that laser is supposed to have a throw of it of around 200 meters during the day and about 2,000 meters at night. So to use this light is very, very simple, which is exactly what you want with the weapon light. You really just have like an on off. There's no modes to like really like fumble through, like low, medium, and high and stuff like that. You literally just press the button, turns it on, and then you can press the button to shut it off. The rear switch is completely silent, but there is positive feedback. When you press that in, you know that you're pushing it. You can definitely feel that come on and off there, but completely silent. And hopefully you can tell here, even in the daytime, in a well-lit room, bunch of windows open, this thing is extremely bright. Again, 2500 lumens. You can see a really nice hot spot there. but really good spill as well. This should be a really good combination beam. This does have a strobe mode, but I don't think that you would ever accidentally get into it. It takes 2 presses of the switch, and it's kind of like a full press each time. It's not like some of those half presses that get you into it, but I'm going to show you the strobe, so if you are sensitive you can look away here, but it's a full press, release, and then press again. And again, you can see it's kind of a consistent pattern with it, but that would be very disorienting. Now again, we were on just the flashlight, so we can have that on or off, it doesn't matter, and then we can switch, and then you're going to potentially maybe see the laser. It's right there where my finger is pointing. I'll just go ahead and switch over to just the laser so you can see what it looks like, but it's a green laser, and again at night this is supposed to shine 2,000 meters. I don't know if I have any way of testing that. My camera probably won't see that far out, but we'll see what we can get tonight. And then going back to the combo here, you can have the strobe in this mode as well. So again, if you're sensitive to that, look away again for a minute. But it's the same thing, just kind of turn on and then hit it again, and then you'll have strobe with the laser. As far as the rear switch, that's all that it does. Let's check out this pressure switch, see how easy it is to connect. So super easy. I don't know if the camera even saw that. You literally just kind of hold it somewhere close and it just connects itself. With this, we're going to have momentary, constant, or strobe, and again we can be in any of the modes, but if you want momentary, you should be able to just press and then release and it will shut off. So just hold. When you're ready for the light to go off, you just shut it off. If you want constant, just press and release, and it should be 2 presses kind of quickly for our strobe. So again, if you're sensitive, look away. And there is the strobe. So very simple, and again very positive clicks here, so you know that you're hitting that switch. All of this remote switch is pretty much plastic. That switch right there in the middle actually does have a rubber texture to it. The cable is braided, which is really nice, and then the magnets up here, again that's all metal surrounding that, but yeah, that's really nice. Those M-lock nuts that were in the little baggie are actually for the remote pressure switch. Again, you can put this on a Picatinny rail if you want, but you can also put those screws through here and then put that on an M-lock rail. The flashlight itself is designed to go onto a Picatinny, but again, they make adapters that go from M-lock to Picatinny, so it's not a problem to put it on an M-lock rail either. I'm going to use this little rifle here as an example, and just so YouTube knows, I'm working with a completely safe gun here, and by adding a flashlight to this, it does not modify or alter this rifle in any way other than what it was still originally manufactured to do. But as you can see, this rifle has a Picatinny up top. So if I weren't running any sights up here, I could just mount the flashlight right here like this. Or as you can see, I have the M-lock all the way down through here, and I have a little adapter that goes from M-lock to Picatinny, and then so I could easily mount the flashlight here. Then I could take the remote pressure switch, again it has the Picatinny mount on there, and maybe put it up on top wherever my thumb's going to be or whatever. You can tighten that down and then just connect that like that. You could also take some zip ties or some fabric ones or whatever and kind of cinch down that rope so it's not in the way of the cable there. Or if you wanted to attach it to your M-lock slots, maybe on this other side, you just pull the Picatinny mount completely off, and then this would mount flush over there on the other side or wherever you want to put it. As far as charging, just need some type of power source, And we're going to have a red light when it's charging, and that will turn green once it's fully charged. All right, let's check out this EZshoot inside the house. Probably going to be hard for the camera to pick up that laser. It's kind of right on the top of the couch over there, but really nice hot spot. Lots of spill as well. And I'm going to do the strobe next, so if you're sensitive to that, you can look away for the next few seconds. You can pick up the laser a little bit better during the strobe. Alright, try to show you this EZshoot outside. It is not the darkest of nights, but we'll still see what it looks like. There are a row of trees that's about 70 or 80 feet or so away from me right now. I can barely see them with just my naked eyes here. We'll see what it looks like with this light. I do have the laser on, probably hard to see it right now, but see it there in the grass. Yeah, that actually does light things up really well. There's kind of a tree in the back there. That's about 90 yards away from where I'm standing. I can see it pretty well. Kind of look up into these ones. It's a really big hot spot. It's probably going to be impossible for the camera to see this, but across this fairway is about 250 yards or so from where I'm standing. I have the laser on right now, and I can make it out clearly all the way across there. I know this thing said it would go like 2,000 meters or whatever it was. I have really no way of testing that out, but a few hundred yards I can definitely see it easily. Well, hopefully seeing this EZshoot in use was somewhat beneficial for you guys. You know, this is not a long-term review because I've only had this thing a few weeks, but so far I can tell you that it does seem like it's really well made. It has good fit and finish overall. Nothing on the light itself feels cheap. You can tell that they are using fairly high quality components with it. The pressure switch is all plastic. It doesn't feel quite as durable as what the light itself does, but I haven't had any issues with it either. This light has really good output with that 2500 lumens. I don't know exactly what the candela are, but I can tell you that it's got a very bright center hotspot, and you could easily see something, out to 50 to 100 yards. Like, you could tell if somebody was holding something in their hand at 50 yards. It's that bright. And speaking of that, the throw on the beam goes out a good distance as well. Again, I'm going to guess probably 200 or 300 yards. They claim that on a fully charged battery that you can get about 3 hours of run time. After my initial charging, I have not recharged this yet, so I have no way to verify that, but if so, that's really good runtime. I like that you can have just the flashlight if you want that, you can have just the laser if you want that, and you can have the combo. And what's also nice is that you can switch that even while the light is on. The magnet on the pressure switch is insanely strong, and you can actually secure it into this area right through here. You see like these little prongs or projections that are on here. If you put this on here and then turn it just like this here, you cannot, no matter what, you cannot pull that back off. So you don't have to worry about walking in and the cord get caught on something and it fall off. It's impossible. And I don't think I mentioned the length of this earlier in the video. The cord itself or cable is about 8.5 inches, just so you guys know. Another thing I like is that you get the full output of this light for probably close to 10 minutes before it steps down. It does get a little warm, but it maintains that output. A lot of lights will say that they're 2500 lumens, but it's only good for 20 seconds or 30 seconds, and then it steps down so much that this does maintain that full brightness for quite a long time. Another thing I want to point out to you guys, it shows that when you're using just the light itself, that you can either have constant on or strobe, that's it. And then it shows with the pressure switch that you can have a momentary mode. Well, you can also have momentary with just the light itself. You just basically just press, hold for however long, and then when you release, it shuts off. So you do have momentary with it too. The couple negatives that I have both revolve around the battery. The first is I wish that it had like a battery level indicator, because as it is right now, you have no way of knowing if the flashlight is close to being dead or not, or the battery discharged. So it'd be nice if it had like a red indicator when you were getting low or something like that. Sometimes flashlights will have like residual drain or parasitic drain, and for just it sitting there not even being used, and let's just say 6 months later you go to pull it out of your safe or whatever and it's completely dead. So it would be nice like if you turned it on and there was like an indicator that lets you know. And the second thing is I wish that you could actually remove the battery. That way if it were, because it takes about 3 hours to charge this back up. So let's say you knew it was about to be dead. You could just put another battery in and then charge up the one that you pulled out of it. But I'll probably just get in the habit of charging this back up every 2 to 3 months just to make sure that I'm fully charged all the time. And like if you've got your laser zeroed in and stuff like that, you can still charge this while it's on your rifle. So this EZshoot is available on Amazon. At the time of me making this video, they're coming in around $80 or so. I think it might be a Prime Day sale though, and I think they might be just a little bit more than that. They often do run, I think, discount codes and stuff though. So probably somewhere between $80 to $100. And I can tell you that I have several weapon lights from other companies that were significantly more expensive that aren't as good as this EZshoot. And those ones didn't have a laser combo with them either. But I will leave that link down in the video description in case you guys want to find out more information on it or pick one up. And also, if they were to provide me any type of discount code, I'll put that down in the video description as well. But alright guys, if you found the video helpful or informative in any way, please give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. And that's going to be it on this one. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it.